This front line for LGD, particularly in the later stages, is going to be very difficult to cut through. And this back line with Kramer, really powerful to shred any target. So for me, for TT, when it comes to those
shenanigans should be happening, and very difficult to get on top of this Aphelios Thresh combination. The Flay does mitigate a lot of this engage as they do go in. No level 6 for either of them, but Mark taking a lot of damage. He's ticking down. Will the Ignite be enough? His health bot should be enough to keep him alive, and LGD, they will survive, but they lose themselves a flash and a heal. Methodical early game from both sides. You can see that both teams have come in with a plan that has focused around the positioning of their junglers and saying, look, we're not doing anything unless Xiaopeng or Shadow are here.
Yeah, Herald, they should be an easy set of plates if they want to.
Yeah, you can see Garvey backing himself away from this top side, knows that he's in danger, and only has the Bramble Vest, which is great against the Lee Sin and the Nocturne, not so great against the magic damage of the Rise. So the plates in the bot side being traded out for plates in the top lane, and again, more cross-map trading. No one wants to contest just yet. No one really feeling like they're 100% strong enough in their respective strong sides. Or weak sides, excuse me.
I feel like LGD can be really happy with this. They had Prior in the bot lane. They are behind because of the Herald, so they don't actually manage to get first tower. But I want to see them apply pressure. But for now, it's LGD, and they did manage to get a play on that Raptor camp to secure that. But now it's a bit of an overstep.
Mark, what are you doing? You know there's 3 people there, and that is first blood to TT. They can use the Realm Warper to jump straight onto Kramer with the quickness, and he is just dead to rights. Nowhere to go. TT capitalizing on LGD being way overextended. Different in this fight, but it is LGD that are on this fight just before the side of TT. They went for resets and got some gold into their back pockets. You can see the Everfrost, the Gore Drink, and of course the Stride Breaker finished up for their top half of the map, and that means 2 dragons for LGD. So on in Garvey pushing forward, knowing as the meat shield of the team, he needs to be the one to soak up all this damage. Now, Dragon has been started. TT push up mid lane. They have Longqing with that paranoia, which we talked about, and they are going to look to try and take down this dragon. LGD are still on it, and they're poking and prodding. That's a good hook onto the jungle. They haven't taken it down just yet, and it has been secured by LGD as they take down Pudding. Garvey soaks up all that damage and still keeps himself alive. LGD get 2 kills and the dragon, and they come out trumps in that fight. Exactly what a Mundo needs to do. Got down to about 100 HP, flashed away, healed it back up, no harm, no foul. That's exactly what you want to be seeing from your Mundo topside. And see now Rift Tail being used. The Gravitum on top of the Moonlight Vigil will be used to take down Xiaopeng, and LGD are still pushing forward. And this is where the momentum starts to feel like LGD are just pushing the gas, getting the gears going for them, and making themselves a nuisance in the face of TT.
Yeah, we mentioned we wanted to see that early aggression from TT. We wanted to see them start the game off strong. They haven't. In the mid game, LGD are just applying that pressure. When you have a team who wants to front to back, being on the objective first and having vision control is vital. TT are grouped up together. Oh, we've seen a bit of an engage now.
Here we go. We're going to see Xie going in with the quickness that he stole away. Now loses it, and they weren't able to get much more going from it. They have the Moonlight Vigil with the Graviton, but this is a little bit too far forward for LGD. And they don't really get everything they wanted. That's 3 ultimates now used. Garvey, actually 4, excuse me. They used the Xin Zhao ultimate as well. And now with a reset, Teleport going to be coming in here for TT. They got Longqing back in. He still has his paranoia. He's going to use it straight away. Jumps onto the back side. We can see there's the Gale Force into the flash. Trying to see if they can get on top of him. But a stolen Drake means they will not get the Cloud Soul. Now TT need to try and find themselves this fight. Yeah, it's been taken. And this is all about this Aphelios. He is just doing so much and keeping himself alive. The Lantern gets him out of dodge, and they will be able to turn this one around. LGD doing so much in this fight to keep him alive, and LGD get everything from it. They don't get the dragon, which is unfortunate, but they get the ace.
They get the team fight win with
3rd item of the Infinity Edge, but they don't have a lot of options. They also use all of their engage, most of their flashes. The only one who didn't lose it was Ye, and we can see now with the TP coming in, we're going to see the quickness that was stolen. Lee Sin Dragon Rage kick going to be used to try and disengage, but Pudding has to give away his life in honor of his jungler, and now LGD, with the pressure they've garnered in this top side, are going to turn and burn for the big purple worm.
And for what? A blue buff? I mean, I just don't see that being a fight that TT needed to take. They are going to look to contest this Baron, though. It's a must-win scenario for them, but without putting, it's not in their favor.
Oh, Blast Cone nicely done there to stop the Thresh from getting caught out. But now Silas is a little bit isolated on his own. Shadow will use the wind into lightning to get himself over the wall. Now they're going to just kind of kite this one, and oh, TT, you're on the wrong side of this, buddies. You can't really go for this fight. This Ezreal just has nowhere to go, nowhere to be. The Realm Morph used to get the Rise out of dodge, but now it's a 5v2, and this Dragon, or this Baron, I should say, is going to be going back to LGD.
And at this point, the gold lead is so big, and particularly GA with the 3 items on this Silas is such a monster. We talked about how this Aphelios was a problem. We talked about how they have to shut him down, but GA is such an issue that I feel like, you know, Kramer wasn't even really doing anything in that fight, and it didn't matter. The gold lead at a really rough spot now. Oh, GA is looking.
I don't know if GA wants this, though, just yet. They have got Pudding here, and oh, that's just a little unfortunate there for Shie. He won't have the Baron buff. He will lose his life. Sadly, though, for TT, it did go over to Pudding, but a little bit of a soul now and get themselves back into that soul point position. No way in hell. Okay. Had to call myself for a little bit just in case that true shot barrage did get it. But Dragon Soul finally secured for LGD.
Yeah, Kramer makes him such a hard target to take down, and anytime you invest onto him, any ults.
Oh, they're going for it, but they don't get it because he's got himself a lantern to get himself out, and that is just enough to keep him alive and safe. Now we can see the rest of the engage. The tower doing a lot of work here, but there's just no way in hell this Mundo dies. He's got too much HP, and as easy as that, 30 minutes in, LGD will take a cool, calm, collected win over TT.
Yeah, Xiaopeng with a final attempt to get the kick, but the Gale Force, the Thresh, the Flash, all these things make it so difficult, and it was kind of that last hurrah to try and take things, but LGD with a pretty convincing win. And I think the critical things to praise was the fact that they shut down Xiaopeng in the early game. I think TT, they can be reasonably happy. You know, they've got some strong picks in terms of the set and the Lee Sin. Bot lane is a better lane to play around, and on top of that, they should have prior mid, but it does just come down to around with the Haymaker. And now we're seeing that setup for the gank coming in. Garvey might be in trouble. No flash, remember.
Has got Ghost and has popped it just now. They may look to just kind of get on top of him just here. Yep, flash face breaker. They land the Sonic Wave. The Haymaker is not needed as the auto attack is good. TT doing exactly what you wanted to see, Dan. They are getting themselves the early priority. Actually about ahead, about 200 gold, but now we'll see if Xiaopeng wants to go for something. Shadow is here. Now they're going to fully engage. Mark has no flash, so he is the target. No real mana, though, as the TPs are going to be committed. Pudding is the first one to fall as Xiaopeng gets a return kill onto the support. So it's support down. Nice face breaker to knock out Garvey and Shadow into each other. And they trade it back 2-for-1 in favor of TT, but they are not done. Xiaopeng, I feel like you should be done, and you need to back up and get yourself safe.
I was about to say, I think he should be done there. Tries to go in on the Gwen. Not really going to be able to find that scuttles be contested, but this has opened up a window to punish on the bot side of the map.
Kramer is in a lot of trouble. Flash in with the belly bop. He does not get himself any kind of mitigation with the W, and that is going to be an easy pickup, and that is a massive advantage now for TT in this bot side.
Yeah, it's actually... impossible is a strong word, but it feels impossible for TT to fail at that. Defend. Thing is, TT don't necessarily need to fight. There's a lot of disengage available. We do see pings coming out. There is a ward, but no TPs available for LGD to really get in right now. Harold will get thrown down under the tower just to get these plates.
Wow, they used the Lee Sin Dragon's Rage just to try and get the plates, and now the two top laners are going to be TPing in on top of this, but Gwen might be in a little bit of trouble. There is the Gragas ultimate used, but no one really gets that displaced, and now they flash forward trying to see if they can get on top of somebody. There's the set, though, to try and set it all up. Can he get his Haymaker off? He can, but it's only just to disengage as the mid laner of LGD picks himself up a kill.
The 5v5 from TT right now, especially with how strong that Callista is. So, you see the fishing for Xiaopeng.
Yeah, they're going to go for him. They're going to try and get on top of him with the Attack Repel and the Magnet Storm. So Xiaopeng gets taken out, and that is shut down gold over to Garvey. Now, do we see more of an engage coming in? We have, teleporting towards that top side. Longxing not really in a position to be able to help out his team. Good Rune Prison, though, onto Shadow means that he takes a good chunk. And now we see the AD carries in the mid lane with the supports coming up. Shie has finally joined the fight as both these solo laners from TT need to get the hell out of dodge.
Just feels like TT weren't really ready for the play, and it's LGD being proactive, particularly like Mark and Shadow working together to look for that pick there. And now, yeah, I think you can stay for this wave here. They're not going to go for the Herald right now. Actually, they're looking for the dive.
Oh, yeah.
He gets out.
Gets himself out. And I was going to say, oh, yeah, or oh, no. But it is definitely an oh, yeah there. Kool-Aid Man coming in big time here for the top side.
Now, I think LGD feeling more comfortable, but they're looking for Shadow.
Yeah, they're going to jump straight on top of him. Rune Prison is there. He's forced to use his ultimate. There's the Magnet Storm there from Mark. It's a good engage and a TB off the backside, putting his traded out. So it's jungler for support, but Mark does not get hit by the Sonic Wave, which means Xiaopeng will only be able to pick him up just now. And now he has to run away. There's Samira chasing him down. Will use the heal. One more Q will do it. And Kramer picks that one up. And again, we're seeing TT go for a fight, but they're just not in a position to be able to take it.
Once again, so as a result, they invest a lot of damage and they're able to be turned around on. Pudding in particular didn't have the cluster ult available for that extra element of safety. So we see this. The CC goes down, but there's so much time bought and so much invested that Mark finds this big engage in return and allows the rest of the team to move in. And when, again, with that Gragas going down so quickly, with the focus onto this Kalista, it was pretty obvious that TT just wouldn't be able to carry through on this fight. Didn't have any real momentum. And LGD, they just do such a good job in this mid game of answering. It feels like whenever there's a team fight, they have the edge in the series.
Really, really does. And now it is a Rift Herald to be picked up here by the side of TT. So good consolation prize. They're still being able to pick up those objectives as such. But look at the bot side. Xie is just split pushing. And honestly, right now, no one can touch him. Xie on the Silas is so massive. Having picked up 2 quick kills for himself, he's just not really in a position
for now. And then because of that, they can very aggressively lean into the other side. If TT contests them, then TT missed out that wave on the top side. And it's just a very stacked play for them.
Oh, here we go. Going to be no escape there for Lee Sin, and he gets taken down once more. Another bit of shutdown gold going over to Shadow. And this is just... I just don't see why you're contesting that. There's no dragon. You don't need to go into that bush. There's just very little for you there. And agency now to move down towards this bot side. There is a ward, pink ward there just in that banana bush. As we can see now, Mark going in with the Magnet Storm, trying to see if he can catch somebody out. Use the Attract Repel as well, but he goes down. Not quite the trade you wanted though for TT as they trade back their jungler for it. Long Xing jumping forward, not able to pick anybody up. But look at Xie just tearing away these health bars on the backside. TT thought they might have been able to find something, but they only gain 1, they lose 4.
And honestly, that looked like it could have been the okay fight scenario for TT. They were kiting backwards. The engagement Mark was quite a bit ahead, but the execution from LGD is crisp, and they're just able to shut down TT before they even get a chance to stabilize in the fight. Sam D is going to take down the Dragon solo, but when you're losing a Baron and a fight for it, this does not feel like a good trade.
No, it does not at all. It is a very small consolation prize at best for the side of TT. And yes, it does stop the dragon stacking, but it's an ocean or a cloud soul, so not exactly
that. And it just felt like LGD's manner of playing the team fights was so much better.
For Xie, he's got 10 stacks on his Medjais. We're going to see now flash kick. Nicely done onto Kramer, but he did have the W to try and mitigate it. There's just not got the damage. They're using everything onto Kramer. He eventually falls down, but at what cost, Ox? There's just no one left here now. You got your 2 carries, just weren't able to do anything, and now Garvey pushing into this mid lane. He doesn't need any minions right now. He's just saying, you know what? Let's take our prize and back ourselves up. We can continue, we can still keep pushing, and we can get ourselves at minimum an inhibitor turret.
It just feels like a repeated scenario here where, you know, the front line are doing everything they can. Yi and Sam D just unable to hit anything. And it just feels like LGD, anyone who steps forward is just taken out. Rotating between these two, able to threaten the tower before TT are really in position to defend. Should just be able to take this, but a cast comes out from Xie. And with that, they take down the tower. And TT, they're just so scared to do anything here.
They really just have no idea what they're going to be able to do. Shadow actually goes a little bit too close to his son, and there's going to be a good disengage, but Mark with a fantastic Magnet Storm and the Zhonya's to keep him alive. No Ren stacking as we can see the Inferno trigger used. Long Xing using his ultimate in his base to keep himself alive, but he will fall. And now, with the minion wave coming in, I think LGD can do it.
Yeah, I think they can just end. I don't think Xiaopeng and Sam D can do enough here. These solo lanes from LGD so strong.
Oh my god, Sam D, there's just nothing you can do on this Kalista pick. Nexus turret number 1 falls. LGD still pushing forward, still looking for those kills. They go on into Xiaopeng, who is the next one to fall in this fight. The Everfrost lands. Sam D gets taken out, but not before the fountain kills off the Samira. And in 26.5 minutes, LGD will take the series 2-0.